Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for a halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barbourville or call them at 606-546-3171. Knox Professional Pharmacy is your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and prescription needs.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and Athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Thank you to Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique for supporting this stream. Established in 2017, specializing in embroidery, screen printing, DTG, DTF, and boutique clothing. Find them at 1263 US 25E in Barbourville or call them at 606-620-4002. Find them on Facebook at Golden Girls Monogramming and Boutique.
Support the Knox Central Media students by following our social media outlets on Facebook at Blue and Gold Network and on YouTube at KCHS Panther News. This stream is exclusively produced by media students.
Millard & Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Court Square in Barbourville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Millard & Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to millardandcastle.net.
Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barbourville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Pineville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell Beauties or give them a call at 606-546-4789.
The Mountain Advocate has been Knox County's most trusted news source since 1904. For the latest in community news, sports, and more, pick up a copy today or visit mountainadvocate.com. Thank you to the Mountain Advocate for featuring Knox Central media journalism students with print partnership and highlights of our photographers and more. Use code KC2025, that's KC2025, for 25% off a local print or digital subscription. Go Panthers. This
This
is
the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for a halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more. Pharmacy supports Knox Central Media and the Blue and Gold Network. Visit them at 511 Knox Street in Barbourville.
Hey Panther Nation, welcome back to the Blue and Gold Network. I'm Shelby Smith and I'm here with...
Steve Black. You couldn't say my name, right?
yeah, I could. I just wanted you to say it.
Okay. Well, I love saying my own name, or at least that's what people tell me. So. How's it going today, Shelby?
Good.
Good. So what do we got going on? Tonight?
We have a district matchup tonight here at Knox Central between Knox Central and Barbourville. And, you know, these games are always fun because, you know, you see these girls, you know, like last week at the Daniel Boone.
You probably saw everybody.
You probably saw everybody.
Yeah.
So it's fun to get to play against them.
Plus, I think both schools are on the fall break last week, so plenty of free time.
Fall break. Barbourville is. They have 2 weeks.
Wow, it's okay. Well, I think I'm gonna transfer over there then, see if I can get another week off. No, I can't get that these days though. But wow, that's pretty good. So But we've got junior varsity action right now, so I'm going to rely on you to kind of help us out in here. So and we'll have the varsity action on later. Now, my understanding, Kelsey, as we get started here, I think we're going to have somebody new to the headset tonight.
We are.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about our new broadcast partner?
So our new broadcast partner is going to be a junior, Macy Nelson.
Okay.
But she is actually going to graduate early, so that's super awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so I guess I'm going to have to, in the intelligence department, try to keep up with you all, right? And all these people graduating early and things and stuff like that. Okay, very good. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The name looks familiar. Again, she's sitting right behind you, I know, but the name looks familiar. I think, didn't she play some basketball as well?
Did,
okay,
yeah.
There we go. Okay.
In middle school, she did. I never got to play with her, but
Gotcha.
I bet she was a whole lot of fun to play with.
So just a programming note, they're working on getting the scoreboard camera set so that you'll be able to see the score throughout. So just be patient. We'll give you a score and everything that's going on at this time. Now, just for those that are new to this and in junior varsity and the way they do this, it's a best of 3 sets, and it is the first team to 21, and you got to win by at least 2 to take the set. So we're early here in the first of possible 3 sets before we do our varsity.
The score is now 2-2.
And so throughout this, and I think we'll talk a little bit about this too, Shelby, we'll got some information again. I don't know if you did, but I attended the first matchup between Barbourville and Knox Central.
Sadly.
So, and that was back in I think it was at September, to be exact. I'm trying to. I think I was trying to look at the date. I didn't write down the date. Oh, didn't do my homework there. But but again, all kidding aside, 5-set thriller. Knox Central took the match 3-2, but in each of the sets, Shelby, it was basically, I think the largest margin was 4 points, because 2 of those, actually 3 of those sets were by 2 points. And so it's like the margin of error is very small, especially when you get scores like that. So it could go either way. So we may be in for a long evening tonight, depending on how things go.
But them are always the fun games. When they last 5 sets, that's when it starts getting exciting.
And a little miscommunication right there between Knox Central there. Didn't know who was going to take the ball there, so that falls in. It's actually 6-2 right now. Barbourville on top early in the first set of the JV.
Yeah. That's what JV's all about, though. It's getting a lot of the younger girls playing together, so they know when they get up to varsity, they'll know how to play it with each other.
Getting those reps in,
Yeah.
right? Getting that seat time, however you want to say it, put it to that. So they're getting court time here. They're getting reps here that they may normally not, if you didn't have, right? If you didn't
so
have
when
it
they get to varsity, it'll be more normal for them.
Exactly. And I know that, and I don't think it's the case here. You can correct me if I'm wrong. There'll probably some of these players here playing in the JV that will be on the bench for the varsity as well.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah. Now, I believe, I was telling you, maybe not with the JV names and numbers, but I think that was Haley Welch, number 30,
Yes,
that got the
her.
point there, and then she also plays on the varsity side of things.
Yes, very tall girl.
And a nice point there. It's considered an ace, even though it went off the net from the serve. So 7-4 your score. Barbourville on top early, again, here in set number 1 of the junior varsity contest.
Maddie Hubbard serving for the Panthers. It's going to be an ace.
So a couple aces in a row there.
Yeah.
Knox Central getting back into this contest. So let me ask you a couple questions here. Now, we'll hit on some of this this evening, but again, this is the last week of the regular season.
Yes.
When it comes to volleyball, the district tournament next week on Monday, October 20th, Tuesday, October 21st. Pineville is the host this year, so I know
Yeah, I was
I'll
just
be
about to
there.
say Pineville is
Are you
hosting
coming
it this
down?
year.
You coming down?
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay. It ought to be good. The matchups for Monday night, Knox Central and Lynn Camp will be the opening semifinal. That is the 1 and 4 seeds, Knox Central being the number 1 seed here in the tournament. I think for competitiveness, again, no offense to any of the schools, but for competitiveness, I think we're looking forward to that second match. That's as Barbourville and Pineville. They've played 4 times this year, and Barbourville has had Pineville's number all 4 times. So, but it's been a battle, especially the last time they met. Could have gone either way. So that one will be good to watch. But both of those games Monday night at Pineville, the championship game Tuesday night. I think right now, tentatively set for 7 p.m. The games on Monday will be 6 and 7:30.
Oh, yeah. I would love to see the Panthers come out with the district because I don't think they won last year. I think Pineville took it last year, but Pineville had a great team last year. Yeah,
so a little bit of a drought for Knox Central. You were mentioning Pineville last year. Actually, the last 2 years, Pineville had the district title. Before that, it was Knox Central. So, yeah, Knox Central looking to ascend back to the top of the 51st District Mountain when it comes to volleyball. So, but I think tonight will be, again, a good test, a good tune-up for both squads as they get set for next week. This will be the last regular season game for Knox Central tonight. Now, Barbourville has another one later this week as they host Middlesboro, and I'm going to assume that's probably their senior night recognition.
It's good to play people in your district and in your region because when you get to tournament time, you want to know what you're looking at.
Most definitely. And point goes to Knox Central, 10-7. Barbourville on top here in the first set of the JV contest.
Number 21, Avery Gregory, serving for the Panthers.
So it looks like a violation there off the serve, and that'll give the ball back to Barbourville. So you see Jason Smith over there. He's kind of running the show there in the refereeing department. We got started a little bit late. Normally this would be 6 o'clock. Again, it wasn't that far after 6, but he's kind of doing it by himself tonight, per se, until I guess the other official gets here for the varsity.
Yeah, Jason's a familiar face here.
Yes.
His son Trevor actually plays baseball here.
Okay.
And he's one of my good friends too. So.
And then Alex kind of following in father's footsteps. I know Alex has been doing some officiating himself.
Yeah.
And
I've seen him reference some JV games this past winter during basketball season.
Now I don't know if Alex is still at Union or not. I know Jason, Alex, I see him a lot at Union games. But I'll have to check that out sometime and see. So
yeah, I'm not sure on that one.
12-8 your score. Barbourville still on top. Knox Central serving here in the opening set of the JV contest.
Looks like that serve is going to be out. It'll be a point for Barbourville. The score is now 8-13. The Tigers are up.
Now, for those of you watching right now, we'll give you a little inside information here. Before the varsity contest tonight, the Knox Central will be recognizing Kennedy Jones as she has reached a milestone in her volleyball career, 500 digs in her varsity career. So I'll be doing some double duty up here. They've given me a microphone, Shelby. I don't know. So,
well, I'm glad they gave it to you, not me.
Well, you sure? I've got the script right here if you want to read it.
No, I'm good.
So, so I got this nice penmanship script from Coach Amy Gross, and so apparently Kennedy has a nickname. So we'll reveal that later.
Oh, she has a bunch.
Oh, she has a bunch.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, we'll reveal one of those here later this evening. So congratulations to Kennedy. And we get a timeout at this moment. 15-8 your score. Are we going to take an ad break, Miss Shelby?
Provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Milton Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to millertoncastle.net.
Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barbourville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Pineville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell. Now, these district games, they bring out quite a crowd, too.
Yeah, and I think with the cross-town aspect of it, Shelby, we should have some fans over here tonight. I know when they played earlier over at Barbourville, it was very loud. Very loud.
Oh, that gym is so loud. It's very hard to play in, too, because I played in it. And I couldn't imagine with all their cheers and stuff, I bet you couldn't hear anything.
One of the things they did over at Barbourville, and somebody's asking, is this JV varsity? It's actually the JV. This is the JV part of it. We'll have the varsity later. It was decided to go ahead and go on. So you're getting two for the price of one. How's that? And so, but what they did over at Barbourville, some gyms will do this. They will only have one side available for the spectators. And so that was the case over at Barbourville. It was only the one side. So actually the fans were behind the teams. And with the acoustics over there, it made for a louder environment. And so it was actually, it was a very loud environment, that particular one. I had the opportunity to be over there and got to sit next to the Clockmaster Michael Hartman over there, but on the table there at midcourt.
Hartman's a good one.
He is. And he's a good one because he took care of my car during Daniel Boone. So I have to park off the square. I live on the square.
Did you go to Daniel Boone this year?
Well, I was right there in the middle of it. So, but yes, I was there for a little bit. Got out of town for a couple days, but I was I had an engagement in Pineville on Thursday night. So unfortunately, I missed that the concert, the Creekers. Right, it was pretty big.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are liking that, but. Getting back, and I was getting back into a parking space, and then I saw Hartman as I was going to my apartment. I said, hey, you take care of my car, and if anybody messes with it, I'll give you permission to commit a felony. How's that? So he's a good man. He took care of my car. No problems with it.
The score is now 8-19. Barbourville is still up.
So, again, for those joining us, the junior varsity, it's a best of three. And they've given that point to Barbourville. So actually it is a set point right now because you go to 21 in the JV contest. So 20-8 at this time. Barbourville with a chance to do it. And they do get that final point. So the JV Barbourville team takes the first set 21-8. And so we'll take a little break ourselves and we'll come back for the second set.
Has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
Bombshell Beauties, located on Knox Street in Barbourville, offers a wide variety of women's clothing, shoes, accessories, hair products, and lash extensions, and much more. Also, visit their Pineville location in downtown. Find them on Facebook at Bombshell Beauties or give them a call at 606-546-4789.
The Mountain Advocate has been Knox County's most trusted news source since 1904. For the latest in community news, sports, and more, pick up a copy today or visit mountainadvocate.com. Thank you to the Mountain Advocate for featuring Knox Central media journalism students with print partnership and highlights of our photographers and more. Use code KC2025, that's KC2025, for 25% off a local print or digital subscription. Go Panthers. This
This
is
the Blue and Gold Network.
Welcome to the Blue and Gold Network, Knox Central's premier student-led media outlet covering Knox Central sports, events, and beyond. As we celebrate 20 years on Panther Way, join us in hearing stories of past alumni, successes, and milestones. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show for interviews of notable KC coaches, teachers, alumni, and more. Thank you for being a part of the Blue and Gold Network and the Knox Central family. This is one of the only student-led broadcasts in the region. Thank you for supporting our stream and our media students. Thank you to Jeff Ketchum. Jeff, a retiree of Knox County Public Schools after 31 years, has a long history of supporting Knox Central athletics and more.
All right, back here at Knox Central High School, we're in between the first and second set. This is junior varsity action with Barbourville taking on Knox Central. We'll have the varsity contest later on. Ought to be a good one, so we thank you for tuning in. Joined here in the second set by Knox Central Junior, correct?
Yes.
Macy Nelson. So welcome to the broadcast, Macy. Is this your first time?
Yes.
Okay. So let's tell us a little bit about yourself as we kind of get into things. My understanding is even though you're a junior, you're set to graduate this year.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I've been working really hard and looking into all the stuff to graduate early, and I had all the credits, so I'm just going to do it.
There you go, right? So I'm just going to ask you right now. So since you're going to be graduating this year, what's going to happen next year? Where are you going?
I'm going to cosmetology school.
Okay.
And I want to do hair, like I want to dye it, and then
Gotcha.
I want to do hair and makeup.
Okay. Very cool. All right. Awesome. Well, good luck with that as you kind of get to that point. Now, let me ask you, what got you involved with Blue and Gold Network?
Blue and Gold Network, well, it's pretty funny. I was in biomed before.
Okay.
And then he was like, I have this pathway, and I want you to be in it. And I was like, okay. And so I just started taking pictures and stuff.
Okay. So you mentioned taking pictures. I know I've seen you a lot with the photos. So how do you like doing that with the photography part of things?
Oh, I love photography. I love being able to say that I got the shot that everybody loves.
There you go, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Yeah, it's always neat to get that shot that might make the publication or make the story or things like that. It's like, oh, I did that, right?
Yes.
Everybody's got those little Facebook pages now, somebody shot that, right? So are you going to start one that said Macy shot that?
I do have one.
Okay.
I haven't posted on it in a while.
Okay. Well, maybe we can plug that a little bit and so get that going, right?
Yes.
All right. So now I know you played, I'm going to say now, in talking with Shelby earlier, you did play basketball because I recognize your name from that from back in the day. So are you playing any sports at this moment or are you just focusing on just graduating?
Well, I'm thinking about softball. I'm not pretty sure about it right now, but it's just where the road takes me, I guess.
There you go. Hey, nothing wrong with that, right? Just wherever the road leads. So what is your involvement with volleyball? Tell me a little bit about your volleyball background.
I've watched many volleyball games. Most of my friends play volleyball, so I hear about it all day at school.
Okay.
So
very good. So we'll talk more about that as we go along here. Again, Knox Central getting on top early, 2-0 here in the second set. And now they're working on getting the scoreboard camera set up. We don't have that right now, so you'll just have to listen to Macy and myself as we keep the score. Barbourville getting the point right there. So 2-1 your score. Knox Central on top. If you're just joining us, Barbourville took the first set 21-8. And so so let me ask you this, Macy, as we see the action right here, but did you get a chance to watch the first Barbourville Knox Central volleyball match over at Barbourville earlier this year?
no, I did not.
Oh, you missed a good one. It was very close, a five-set match. Knox Central takes it 3-2, but each set, there was the separation of each set no more than 4 points, and so that's very, very close. So you gotta be on your P's and Q's, right, when you're playing, especially when the margin's that small.
Yes.
So right now we've got kind of what we call a rally going right now, where they're kind of going back and forth. A lot of passing at the moment, and that one drops in, and it's a point for Knox Central. Now, feel free to jump in at any time. Now, if you want to say anything, call anything, this is your. I'm just kind of hanging out, so I'm trying to get my credit so I can finally graduate high school after all these years, So I'll be 60 in a couple years. I'm hoping to get my degree soon in high school.
That gets the score to 4-2, Barbourville.
So. Again, Barbourville taking the first set. Central up right now, 4-2 on Barbourville here. Barbourville serving to try to cut back into this contest. So as you can see on your video screen, if you will, Barbourville in white and Knox Central in the navy blue, the blue and gold, right? How appropriate, right? So
I wonder where we got our name from.
I don't know. That's that. Trying to put 2 and 2 together there. Right? And if you are watching in, we thank you for doing so. And again, you just be patient with us. This is my first volleyball match, and this is Macy's first volleyball match too. So we're just doing the best we can. How's that?
Yeah.
So they always talk about, now it's a perfect placement there from Barbourville to get the point, and they cut the lead to 5-3. But it's kind of like it's just like in any, like in most sports, like say softball. You start talking about playing softball, you hit them where they're not, right?
Yeah.
So same thing here. You're trying to get the ball over where they can't get it back, and so that was a perfect example of that for Barbourville. And so now this was interesting here, just so you see here, that was considered an ace for Barbourville. And one of the things as a volleyball player, you got to be careful with, because you get the balls on the lines, right?
Yes.
So when that's getting close, you have to make that split-second decision, right?
Yes.
Am I going to try to hit it, or I'm going to let it go and see what happens? Knox Central lets it go there, but unfortunately it's in. So at that point, goes to Barbourville. But that's the game you play. So you just have to make your decision and hope it's the best, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like in softball when they hit one right on the line in the air,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to decide if you want to jump and possibly catch it, or just leave it.
Yeah. It's like maybe it's going to be foul. I'm just going to let it go, or maybe I need to make a play on this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So let me ask you this. Now, are you the district tournament on the varsity side, that's next week, and we get an ace right there, and it's another one. They just kind of let it fall in, so good point for Knox Central. Are you going to the district tournament next week?
Yes.
You going to maybe take some shots, possibly?
I will more than likely be taking all the pictures.
Okay, well, very good. We'll be looking forward to that. So I do PA for Pineville, so when you're there, come by, say hi. How's that?
Okay.
Okay,
I will.
so there you go. I'm going to hold you to that.
I will.
I think it'll be a fun atmosphere next week. And Knox Central, we're in a timeout right now. And I think, do we want to take an ad break, Mr. Matlock? We're going to talk to him. So we'll go ahead and take an ad break. Back in a moment on the Blue and Gold Network.
Thank you to the Army National Guard for sponsoring this stream, Knox Central Media, and Athletics. Interested in college? Get up to 100% tuition covered. Find a local recruiter for more information or go to nationalguard.com.
Millard & Castle, your auto accident attorney, located on the Court Square in Barbourville, provides law services for personal injury, criminal defense, nursing home neglect, and auto accidents. Millard & Castle has been practicing law in Knox County for 25 years. For more information, call them today at 606-546-5114 or go to millardandcastle.net.
Back here in Knox Central with the volleyball game against Knox Central and Barbourville.
Hey, very good. There you go. So good job, Macy, bringing us back from the break. And again, if you're just joining us, Barbourville up 1-0 here in the junior varsity contest. Knox Central with an 8-4 lead here in the second set. And so we're working on getting a camera set up for the scoreboard so that you can see the score as the matches go on. So again, thank you for your patience in that as we get that worked on. And so right now, nice. Now we call that a kill. So I know sometimes people call that a spike, but it's actually a kill. So it's like when you kind of like a force hit on the ball, kind of a almost like a line drive type in softball.
Yes.
So you get the point right there. So nice. I know it sounds bad. I'm going to say nice kill shot, but it is. It's a kill, and
Yes.
so that was good for Knox Central. 9-4, your score. Panthers on top. And some other things that we can talk about, especially just kind of learning the game a little bit. And again, I'm not a professor of the game. I've learned it, over the years and stuff like that. But also for people that watch, different types of violations that can happen, things like that. We'll talk about those as it progresses too.
It's kind of like you have to learn the game to
Exactly.
when, like, if you want to get mad over something, you have to know it's you have to know it's wrong.
Well, of course, in volleyball, when, say, right here, we're getting ready to get the serve from Knox Central. When it goes over, either the defender's going to kind of take their fist and kind of, like she did right there, to kind of knock it up, or take your hands and hit them both at the same time. Now, the thing about that, when you're doing that, sometimes you'll do that in the sense of a set, like when you're trying to set somebody up for a kill.
Yeah.
You got to do it with both hands. You can't tap. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's got to be two hands, one tap. So sometimes when you see a whistle and then the referee will put up a 2 sign or it's like peace, like peace, right? But it means a double hit. So that's a violation that can, cost you a point. Also, when you're hitting the ball,
Isn't it something with your thumbs? Like
you can do it with your thumbs or fist. You can even do it one fist, or you can do it, two hands, palm. You just can't lift it.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a hit. You can't lift it. So if the referee thinks that you've lifted the ball, then that'll be a violation as well. And he'll usually, and I know they can't see me do this on on the stream, but you're just taking your hand almost like you just like raise the roof a little bit, one-handed, right? So, but that's a lift, and so that's a violation as well. And some of the things that you'll see is that, and this is the fun part of it, really. The beauty of it's the passing and the setting, but if you get a kind of a block or a kill at the net, and you'll see some of your best players go at it at the net, those are some of the more fun. And they're right there. That was a double hit, so that's the point that goes to Barbourville. But you get somebody in there that wants to set up for a kill, but then the defensive team will try to block it, right?
Yes.
So that's to me, that's some of the exciting parts of the things that you have a battle at the net.
On the varsity team, I see Kennedy doing it all the time.
Yes, there you go. And so I say, for those watching for Panther Nation, they hope to see a lot of that tonight against Barbourville.
Yes.
Now, another thing with the battle at the net, you got to be careful, because another violation is that you might get too far into the net, right? And so even though maybe you got the point, if you were too far in, that could be a violation. You lose the point. And serving right there, you need to kind of have a solid hit on the serve right there. Unfortunately, it wasn't the case there, so the ball will go back to Barbourville as they will serve. Barbourville down in this set, 14-7, and so Knox Central trying to tie things up here. Best of 3 here in the JV. So what happened right there?
Was it the double hit?
The double hit. There you go. Good job. All right. So that's what happened. So we had a double hit against Barbourville, which gives Knox Central the point. And right there, that would be considered an ace because they were not able to return it back. So off the serves, it's like in tennis, right?
Yes.
You hit it, they can't return it, ace. So we've got that, getting us some other lingo in there tonight as well, right?
We're teaching them all about Knox Central sports tonight.
Very good. And you might see on your streaming screen right now the TV pattern in the upper left. They are working on getting that camera set up, so you might see that from time to time. Eventually, we'll have the scoreboard going. So now you talking about going to cosmetology school and things like that. Now, is there something local that you can do or go to, or we're?
I'm